Yes, you are seeing what you're seeing. Yes, I can perhaps end 64 games. And yes, you can too. Now, I'll probably just throw up like a link in the sidebar or something like that if you want to do this as well. But it's real easy. It just basically just runs off emulators. I use Project 64 for this. I also do have, and for those who don't know, this is Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time, aka the best game out there for the N64. I grew up playing this game. Like, this game basically raised my childhood. I mean, no offense to my parents, but like, I was just doing this constantly, just like day in, day out, just constantly just kicking ass and taking names, and I'm doing this, and it was a lot of fun. it was I can't think of a better way to put it. But so I was sitting there, and I'm having a bit of a problem with my graphics card lately, and I don't know what it is. Maybe if you guys can help me out, but it's like I try to run a full screen program, and all of a sudden it's like, hey, by the way, I feel like shutting down now, and then it'll totally cut off any video input, so I have to turn off my computer and turn it back on for it to work fully. I don't know what's up with that, but I don't know, maybe you guys do. I'm trying to keep my eyes open for some deals on video cards and stuff like that, so we'll definitely have to see what happens. Maybe I'll find something. If not, then whatever, I can just run everything windowed program. Like when I was recording this Legend of Zelda game, it was I had to record it in like a 300 by 200 resolution or something ridiculous like that. It was like 368 by 268, something like that. It was just nuts. It was like just ridiculously, like, it was basically playing it on like a 2-inch screen. I don't know, it was, yeah, well, maybe more like 4 now that I look at it. Yeah, 4 inches seems about right. But anyway, yeah, it was intense. It was pretty good. But well, actually it wasn't pretty good, I'm just lying. But so anyway, so I found this game on the internet. I was like, yes, I have to play that. So it was good because I mean, I'm just taking the night at home. I mean, I had the aftergrad last night, and I graduated, by the way, so I'm really happy about that. And I went to the aftergrad, and we went to this bar called the Owl, and it was pretty cool. It was I don't know, there wasn't really much to do. They had a Velcro wall, which is sweet. Then they had this like bungee run thingy, which is kind of like you feel like this little vest, and it was like kind of like one of those, like, you know, those little inflatable like super bounces that you always excuse me, see at like little kids' birthday parties. It was kind of that apparatus, except there was like 2 different lanes that you and a buddy would like race, and like you have this like vest attached to bungee cords attached to the back side of the apparatus, I guess. Anyway, so you run, and all of a sudden the bungee cord's like, hey, you can't run any further. But that's when you Superman. Like, you just jump like a Superman. You land on your stomach, throw yourself back up onto your feet, and you just do a backflip. It was fun. And another backflip story, I was going to, this is like during the ceremony, right? So it's like, they're like, us graduates are sitting there in our cap and gown, and we're just like sitting there bored as hell, like, because they're going through all these different awards. And it took maybe, because my graduating class is like 360 kids, something like that, so it took us a good 3 hours or something like that, I'm thinking. But excuse me. And so we're sitting there, I'm just bored as hell. Anyway, so finally we get to the point where we can go get our diplomas. I'm like, oh, okay, this is great. And so we have to actually wrap around, like, we have to, okay, like, yeah, never mind, you know, screw it, I'm not going to explain, I'm too bad at it. But basically, I'm in line for a good 15-20 minutes waiting for my name to get called, right? And I was sitting there in line, I was talking to my buddy Jay and my other buddy Alex, and I was like, hey guys, do you think I should do a backflip before I get my diploma? And they're like, dude, do it, you have to do it. So I'm sitting there like, oh man, I don't know if I want to do it. What if I land on my head, like, hey guys, look at me, I'm so cool, and then land on my head, you know, like, how much would that suck? Like, that would just that'd be so embarrassing and so brutal. But anyway, so I wound up doing it, and I landed on my feet, so I was really happy about that. I was like, oh yeah, that's perfect. And then I went and got my diploma and all this stuff, and because they had the curtain closed, and the graduates, we had to go, like, we walked right in front of the curtain on the one side facing the audience, and then after we got our diploma, shook hands, all that stuff, we had to go sit back behind the curtain. And because everyone thought I biffed, because they were like, all they heard was Graham Kirby, and then boom, like so they thought I just wiped out like hardcore, right? So when I come back around stage, everyone's just like, what happened? Like, they looked at me, I said, dude, I can now officially say I did a backflip before I got my high school diploma. Boom. So it was pretty cool. It was worth some bragging rights. You know, felt like Superman. Well, that's the wrong song that I don't even have. There it is. Yeah. But, yeah, no, it was a ton of fun. Anyway, so if you want to emulate, or not emulate, if you want to play N64, on your computer, you can also do it with, like, oh Jesus, like every system virtually. I only know how to do it with the I don't know how to do it with the original Nintendo. I want to, because I think that would be sick, but I can do it with Super Nintendo. I can't fraps it for some reason or another, but I was playing Donkey Kong Country earlier today, and I was like, man, this takes me back to being 3, because it was like 1994. I'm like, dude, I was 3 when this game was made. That's crazy. So anyway, so I was in there playing that, and I was like, well, I kind of feel like playing some Zelda, so I just did this, found out I can fraps it. I was like, yes! So I thought I'd do that and show you guys, and it's really fun. I really like it. It's Legend of Zelda is definitely that one game that I grew up on that I'm never gonna forget, and they're actually making another one for the Wii, so I'm pretty cool. It's like Legend of Zelda, like the Skyward Sword or something like that. I can't remember what, but it looks pretty good. I mean, I've only seen like a 10-second trailer of it, but it's gonna be pretty sweet. Superman. It's gonna be pretty sweet. But so I'm coming to the I'm coming to the end of this video. If there's any games that you want to see me play and kind of talk about and all this stuff, by all means, let me know. Because, I mean, worst comes to it, I'll probably just do more League of Legends and Legend of Zelda and anything else that I come across. Because I'm like Carmen. I do what I want, but also what you want. Yeah. I'll just leave it at that. I will catch you later.